actual game. Okay, so it is story time, coming back to story time because I don't think I've read the book for the last age. I think there's only one more age left to do. So, Queenie, you said you played one of the Myst games after watching it. Do you think it was this one or do you think it was one of the others? Sorry if I'm talking really fast. I realized just kind of, yeah. This is the very first one. So I don't know. Well, there's two more stories. I thought there was only one more. Okay. There's the only thing that comes, yeah, it's definitely an updated. It's a remake of it. So because I can go into classic Myst where you have to um so you can go to classic Myst. Oh, sorry. Where you have to actually do the click this way. This is probably more what you remember. But I think it's fun. It's more fun to do the free roam. Plus, I've played classic Myst before, so this way I'm kind of playing it new. So the puzzles are kind of the same, but yeah. So without saying it, do you know the different endings? Because if so, at the end of the stream when I get to that point, I figured, oh, last year? I don't think this one. So then this isn't the newest one? Because this one. One of them was 2000. Okay, because like this one was 2014. I didn't realize they did even a new one past that. Really? Of the original Myst game, or is it one of the other games? Because there's lots of games that go with this. Interesting. Huh. I actually got a little bit into the story, and there's actually a couple, at least one book. I think there's like two books that actually have the. I heard the Riven one, but I didn't hear that they redid the another redo of the original Myst. Because this is like the third redo that I'm playing right here. So you got the original, and then there was remastered, and then this is the real Myst. Sweetie. Nico, you're on my way. Thank you. Can you move? Can you move, sweetie? Okay, so for those in the chat that have actually seen the endings and know the endings to this game, when we get done with the last two ages, I'm gonna let chat pick what we do. So the different paths to the different endings, and so for those that know the ending, I would appreciate if you don't vote out or you vote how you originally were gonna, like how you originally did it. So we'll do all endings, but I just want chat to pick the, like our true ending for the game, even because I know what all the endings are. So Yeah. Okay, so story time. I could have sworn there's only 4 worlds, but there must be 5. Okay. Before arriving in this age, I was determined that it would be a journey to a world very different from my previous adventures, and it was. The sky here is dark and gray, and incessantly displays flashes of light in the distance. I met a very old man with a long beard. Oh, of course. Hold on. All of that was because Sika saw my neighbor's cat in the yard. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so I'll start over the story since it was interrupted by barking. Sika, leave it. Before arriving in this age, I was determined that it would be a journey to a world very different from the previous adventures. And it was. The sky here is dark and gray and incessantly displays flashes of lightning in the distance. I met a very old man with a long beard and hair that hangs to his waist. He is very feeble and has trouble even moving. This man has obviously been through very many things in this strange world, and I have learned many things from him. He has told me an interesting story of this world's history. Years ago, he told me, there was a beautiful city that rose up out of the water. It housed many people inside its walls, and the people had everything they wished for. The city was surrounded by 3 high hills, which rose higher than the city. On the east hill of the city rested a large lookout post. The people of the city had constructed the post expecting visitors to arrive from the east. The people had no means of traveling on the water, which forced them to merely wait for friend or foe. As time passed, friendly visitors brought rumors of an enemy that existed beyond the horizon. The people grew fearful, yet nothing happened. One day, the usually sunny sky became as dark as night, and black ships appeared on the horizon. The lookouts post at attempts at peace were turned away, and the sentries there were easily overwhelmed. The ships continued to wreak havoc on the city, apparently destroying everyone and everything. After the foundations of the city were destroyed, the city sunk deep into the ocean, and only the lookout post remained. The black ships sailed away. The man continued to say that 8 people had hidden and managed to survive through the attack. In the 9 years since the attack, 2 of the survivors had died. He also said that it was rumored that 10 years from the attack, the enemy would return to finish the destruction they had started so long ago. I have decided, since hearing the man's story, it would be admirable to save this civilization and stop this enemy's plans of destruction. I am excited about the adventure that awaits me, and an idea has sparked in my mind to provide the needed defense for these people. I met the remaining survivors today, and I have begun work on a plan for protection. After a short absence, I have returned to this age with my 2 sons. They have, as of yet, traveled rarely with me, and they are understandably excited to be here. They have grown considerably since the Everdunes, and it is already obvious to me that they will be a great help this time, instead of the nuisance they have been in the past. All three of us, along with four of the healthier survivors, began construction today. We are building upon the old city's ruins, which will provide a perfect foundation for our fortress. My sons have been spending much of their spare time on the South Island, where most of my materials are stored. I am very pleased with their intelligence, and their creativity is refreshing to see as they work on some small projects of their own. It has been over 4 months now, and construction is going well. My sons love the world except for its gray sky. They detest the gray sky and tell me many times they wish the sky were like the blue sky in Myst. The old man I first talked to tells me that the enemy is due in 4 months. I feel we will be ready when the time comes. The man reminds me of Emmett in many ways, and I often wonder how Emmett and his people are doing. It has been 6 months of work, and we have finally finished the fortress. It rests between three hills, which are now only islands due to a rising water level that the people experience after the attack. Inside the fortress, I have designed a most intriguing device. It makes use of a technology called holography. I began experimenting with it on my visits to Aspermere. It will be working in a couple of days after I compensate for some small miscalculations. This holographic device will enable the survivors to learn to use the fortress. The enemy is due to come soon, and I trust the fortress will provide sufficient protection for all of us. The black ships have come. Their attack was substantial. Their weapons have been stopped, and it appears they have turned away in defeat. I could not help but smile as I watched the boats leave. Last night we had a small celebration, and the old survivors danced their dances of old. My sons did not understand why the sky had not turned to back to its original blue. The old man told them that the storms would never end until the enemy was destroyed. I assured my sons that a blue sky was not worth the risk of death, and they seemed to hear me. I have had a healthy adventure and have begun to work on a new book. Once again, I must leave a familiar age in search of a new universe I have begun. But first, I will have an extended time with Catherine, whom I miss very much. I must also return to the people of the tide. I believe in my travels I have found a substance that will ease the pain of their bone ailments that they have long endured. I hope to return to mechanical age one day and find the population growing and my fortress still strong. Though the sky may always be black, I am confident the people here feel a heavier darkness has been lifted from their shoulders. Okay, so now we want to go to mechanical age. I feel like I went too far. No, I didn't. Oops, there it is. Okay. Welcome back, Wall. What did Wall do to you that you need to do revenge? Did I miss something while I was gone? Oh. I mean, okay. So nothing specific while I was gone, just in general? I mean, well, if you've done something that caused Queenie's revenge, that was you. I feel like I might need to do the clock first. Oh, yep, there's that. I feel like I have to do the clock first. Okay. Okay, and what was that time that I saw? 2:40. So Um, I mean, I did find it. I sent it to May, and yeah, I gave her the chance to make it right. Yeah. Hmm. Let's see. I do. Oops, that was wrong. Maybe. Hmm. house. Yeah, I don't know the victim is the right word either. Like, you weren't exactly um, running away from it. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I think she surprised herself with that one. Queenie, I'll see if we can get the screenshot to you. If you really want to see it. I wasn't sure if you really wanted to see it. I mean, yeah. I mean, we'll just say that it shocked everyone. Yeah, no, it was the context, but I got the full context. So, yeah. Like, I don't know if it's worse than the normal chats that we usually have around here, but um I know. I know. Kind of sad to me that there's not people in these worlds. Okay, so I feel like this is the last page. So before I go too much farther in this age, um, does anybody have any vote on which page I should pick up first? Of course, there's a little bit more to the story you get from this one, so maybe I should wait to ask that question. I won't pick up either page. We'll just take note of where they are for now. Of course, again, Queenie, do you remember the endings? Okay, so then you can vote too. I was gonna say, anybody who is like watching that remembers the endings, if you end up voting, then please just vote for the one that you originally tried. Of whose page do we give? Oh, interesting. I just got an achievement for sitting on the throne. I feel like there was something around in the throne area. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. Okay, so the hard thing is if you weren't watching the rest of it, it's going to be a little bit harder. But I've got to pick the guy in the red book. He's very elegant spoken. And he wants you to find all his pages, and he tells you not to find his brother's blue pages. The guy with the blue book, he seems a little bit more unhinged, but he also seems a little bit like the one is pretty smug. And then, yeah. So we have to figure out which one we want to give the page to. Like, and this is the last book. Or the last page. So I won't pick up the pages just yet. And we'll decide. Because whichever one I do, I'll show you all the endings. But I just want us to have the first pick of the endings first. I feel like I'm missing stuff because I can free roam. So I could, yeah, here we go. Okay. So like this is a letter to the guy in the red book from the guy with the blue book. Sirius, your greed sickens me. Your desire for wealth and plunder is never satisfied. I will instruct my subjects not to pay your new tax, and you know they'll listen to me. Regards, Aknar. I knew there was a letter in there somewhere. So, if I pick up this page, that means we're going to rescue the red book. So we'll come back. You just have to remember that's where this is. So this is the room of the guy with the blue page. So like this is his room. That was 2 red from blue. So we were in red's section of the area. Now we're in blue's section of the area. So this is blue's area. So we can kind of look at his stuff. And there is one more thing I'll show you guys before we put a page in the book too. I have to do a little bit of, which I should have done before. Okay, so this is Blue's room. So see, here's where we find Blue's page. Felt like there was a letter on this one too. I can never remember how to work this thing. Okay, so I never quite finished this. I'll figure this one out. Okay. What am I doing wrong? Okay. There we go. I'm fairly sure we'll get something to show a little bit on the other one too. Oh, that's right. I think I remember I have to do some weird leave it before I enter it thing. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I keep trying to click to go through instead of walk because I forget that, oh yeah, it's not the click game. Okay. No. I'm not going to move anymore. No. I think I'm stuck. Why wouldn't it let me go? Unless it needs to go there. There we go. Okay, let's see here. Let's say that was probably the south. It's the same sounds as the one of the last ones we did. And I think it's north or east. Okay, at least according to the map that we were looking at. And that was south. It sounds still south. What was that sound? I feel like that might actually be the east. Let's try it. We'll see if I heard my sounds right. Okay, so we're back here. Okay. So we need to remember those two as the last two in the sequence. I do love how pretty they make this game has been made. Where's the other? I thought there was another letter. Okay. Oops, I think I need to be one more. Oh, no, maybe not. Okay, so this time I am listening for a chime. Of course, I do think I forgot to do something, so. I might have went too far. No, that was still east. I didn't go far enough. But that sounds fun. For any particular reason, Jade? Um, isn't that the same thing? Is it? I don't feel like it's changed. There we go. That's the sound I wanted to hear. But I did forget. Oh, I forgot to hit the button. Yeah, but didn't you just say that you want to get a P5 instead of a P5? Did you accidentally typo one of those? Oh. Oh, my hand's cramping up a little bit. Okay. Sorry, I kind of went through that fast. It's just the little symbols. I realized that I screenshotted and ran away. Yeah, so you see, just little symbols. Okay, I do want to... I look? I think I did. I looked through this already. There's a hidden achievement in one of these. And so, yeah. So I gotta do an extra thing. Hi, Mage, welcome in. That's still north. Yes and no. So it's the original Myst game, but it's a remastered one, and it's one that you can actually like free roam in a little bit. So it's the original game, but it's like a new game version. So like, see, I can actually run. I can have a flashlight. In some ways, it's easier. See, that's what I was trying to look for. See, we get to see a hanging skeleton. No, it's not point and click. This one is 2014, I think it said it was. But it's not the newest one. I guess there's a newer one, which I didn't realize there was a newer one. So yeah. I don't think there's anything I don't think I can get off from here. I think I have to go back to south to get off the thing. Yeah, someone was in earlier and they said there was one from that was made in 2001. Or sorry, 2021. I don't know where. Says we got his letter. Could have sworn there was a different letter to read. Yeah. So I don't have that one. But I do have like the original like the original Riven, and there's like 5 games. But I might not play all of them. It might be something that Dottie or May might play some of them. But whatever ones they don't play, I'll be playing. Still. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I have to hit the button. But you're kind of catching towards the end of it. Now, Mage, do you know the game? Do you know the endings? Because I'm going to let you guys pick which one to do. Yeah. So do we go with the guy who's extra greedy? Do we go with the guy that is a little bit more primitive, but is more technological at the same time, but he's definitely more of a war person? Yeah, which we already, yeah, so I've already got the first few pages of the books. if I pick a page now, which we can go back and I can show you the videos of the two guys and then go through the third thing. Because this one, at this point, it's just a matter of going back. So I won't pick any page just yet, and we'll go that way. Okay, so I'm gonna bring up my screenshots. What I meant to do. Let's see this one. It's gonna be here. So we've got a little bit of a extra thing. In one of the worlds, we found 2 pieces of a torn up letter. So it might have been 2 of the worlds, but either way. This I'm gonna go. This browse. Well, that's not what I meant to do. Sorry, that is not what I meant to do at all. What is going on there? Okay. Oh, I don't know why my background image went away. Oh, do that. Oh, that's really weird. Okay, whatever. I don't know why that did that, but it'll work. Okay, so there is the first half. And let's get the second half. Well, I'm pulling up the letter so you guys can see it because I have it, but it's not on screen, so it's not frozen. I'm gonna read it as kind of like 2 halves of a letter. Yeah, there. So you can kind of see on there. But when I'm tabbed out of it, it mutes the game. It's really annoying. Let me bring up the pictures so I can read them because I can't read them on that screen. I don't know if you guys can actually read them from there. So we have a choice of picking the 2. Can I do you think I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do it. There we go. That should help. Okay, so I found this letter, the two halves of the letter, and you can kind of see it up on the two halves up on the corner there. I don't know how well you can actually read them. But reading the letter together, it says marker switch vault access, Island of Myst. The vault is located in very plain view on the Island of Myst, and access can be achieved very easily if the simple instructions are followed. First, locate each marker. Each of the marker switches on the island. Turn every one of these switches to the on position. Then go to the dock, and as a final step, turn the marker switch there to the off position. Yeah, so it's really hard to read between the two of them, but that's essentially what it is. So it says there's a secret vault that you can find on the island to be able to access that. So we're going to have our choice of, do we go find out what's in the secret vault? Do we get the red book or do we get the blue book? So does anybody have any? Well, you can only do one. So we are going to do all three. We're going to do all three endings. But I just want you guys to pick which one do we want to do as our first ending. Because I'll let you see all three endings. I just think it'd be kind of fun. And I know what the endings are. So that's why I'm kind of letting you guys pick. For me, I originally picked, I believe, the blue one. We also can do a little bit of research to find out what option 3 is. So if you feel like you're really rooting for blue, we can go for blue first, or I can go on and give you a little bit more of option 3. So are you guys feeling confident in blue? And we just go with blue? Or do we want to check out and see what option 3 is? Because I think everybody's voting against red. Which one is your gut telling you more of? Blue or third option? Okay. I could at least go to the vault, see what's in the vault, and go from there. Let's also do this. I'm going to give you a review of, without taking a page. I think it'll let us watch the videos again of the last thing. I can't remember if it will or not, but we'll try. We'll try to watch the videos again so you guys can get a reminder of who we're thinking of rescuing, especially for Mage who wasn't here before.
Oh, my friend. Bring in the blue pages. I see. Convinced the Cirrus is guilty. Pray, do not release him. He will destroy me, just as he did. The innocent bystander. I've been wrongfully tricked into imprisonment. You have observed his unbridled lust for riches. In the 4 remaining worlds, some plot. It was almost perfect. I'm final blow to Father. You tricked him into believing that it was I who was the murderer. I didn't murder Father. Bring me the remaining. Please. A liar. All in a liar. Must not be free.
Oh, I think we got one more chance to choose.
From the last age of Myst, I must be free. You must free me. I cannot bear it here for eternity. Free me.
Okay, so that's who everybody so far has voted to save. Let's now look at what everybody is saying is sus red guy. Uh-huh. Yeah. So I'm giving you a reminder of them.
I can see more clearly. Soon, free from this horrible prison, this book. You must visit the one remaining age. You have not. Confident that my brother Akana is demented. He is guilty. Took advantage of the freedom our father had given us. Akana began to I ask you again. Do not retrieve the blue pages. He will destroy both myself and you, just as he destroyed the other pages of Myst. Never will escape. You must simply bring the red page. Tell them the story that I gave. Your wisdom. You will see that I am innocent and he is guilty. This forgotten island long ago. I will owe you my life, and you will be greatly rewarded.
Okay. So I feel like there might be one more page after, but so do you guys vote? Do we want to yeah. I think we have one more chance. I'm going to save it here just in case. So do you guys still kind of vote for blue? I don't think we're quite ready to have the vault part yet. I think I kind of jumped the gun on it. So just in case I'm wrong, we're going to go ahead and save. And I'll save again right before I put the book in. And you guys, so what is the vote out of red or blue? Which one are we voting for? Are we still voting for blue? The red guy pretty much said that his brother's insane and that we would be greatly rewarded. Insanity? Okay, we're still going with red? Or with blue? Okay. Okay, I'll grab blues. Like I said, I think we have one more chance after this to kind of make a final decision. Okay, blue was... I think I went the wrong way. No, I did go the right way. I could have sworn there was another... I might have to go into classic Myst mode for a moment. Because I could have sworn there was a letter on from like on this side too. Oh, maybe it was in here. Yeah. This is the guy that you guys are voting for. Just pointing out. The box with like a head in it. Okay. Maybe it's cozy, okay? Okay. So one more time, I'm going to save right before. Okay, and we've got Blue Book. Let's see what he has to say.
Hello. I'm glad to see that you've returned to help me escape from my wrongful imprisonment. It was Cirrus who did this to me. Cirrus, my wicked brother. Do not listen to him. I warn you. He's a liar. Do not be persuaded by his evil lies. Do not release him. He killed my father. He will kill you. Began when my brother Cirrus began to lust for riches. He stole from the Ages of Myst. He hoarded riches for himself. My father slept away his watchfulness. My sick brother secretly pronounced himself king. King of the Ages of Myst, he said. He began to look upon me in disgust. His lowly brother. He did him. And then Cirrus began to destroy the Ages of Myst. He burned their forest. He tore down their structures. He flooded their lands. He murdered their inhabitants. Completely destroyed all but 4 of the Ages. Of course, I had one father. When I finally found him, there was Cirrus also, talking cleverly. The lying tongue of a serpent. He had convinced Father that it was I who destroyed the Ages. He convinced Father that it was I who was greedy for wealth and plunder. And as Cirrus dealt the final blow, he tricked Father into believing that I was the murderer. But Cirrus did not deal as fast a blow as he planned. And his father died a slow death. He at last doubted my brother's clever lies, and so in dying, Father imprisoned us both. Unsure from which of us the blow had come. I swear to you what I say is true. Release me. You must release me. My brother is a deceitful liar and deserves punishment. I only wish vengeance for my dear father. His murder. Believe me. You must only recover 1 additional page to release me from this prison. It's the easiest to find. Go to the bookshelf that's in this library. On the far right side of the middle shelf, there's a burned book, which is different from the other burned books. This book is filled with patterns. Find pattern 158. Mimic its design on the panel in the fireplace. Doing this will bring you to the last blue page. Remember, don't take the red page. Only the blue page. Return quickly to me.
Thanks, Mage.
Do not touch the green book. It's a clever trap to imprison those who have not been warned. Do not be tempted, or you will rot and die, imprisoned as I am. I tell you, if If you follow my instructions, it will be well worth your while. I promise you that. Go. Go.
Okay, so we do have one more chance. So I'm gonna get the red page from that last island, so we can hear his brother's thing. I'm pretty sure they made it staticky on purpose. I'm guessing what they did is they recorded what they needed to say and then used video editing to make them all breaky like that. Or are you kind of going in the story? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, so he just told us to go and get the last pages. He told us what pattern to follow, and he told us to get the last page. He told us to get the blue book. He told us that there is not to do the red page, so we're gonna have the other one. And then he said not to touch the green book. So when we go in there, there's gonna be a green book, and the question is, are you guys gonna want me to? Actually, there's 4 endings, so yeah. Let's see. So once we get to that room, I am gonna let you guys decide what I do. I can get into this room. Oh my goodness. Is there one more letter in here? I feel like there's one more letter. I'm going to switch into classic Myst mode for a moment. Okay, so that's the letter we read. I could have sworn there was a second letter. Yeah, I just don't know. I missed it somewhere. Okay. Well, you have one more chance, so we're gonna have a chance to see what the sus guy has to say, because that's how you guys have said on there. And then I will go into that room. So Wall's vote is we go for the blue, then red, then green. Queenie, what do you say? Okay, Mage is going with that one. Okay. Okay, we'll give him. I always forget to let him pause. So let's hear what he has to say.
You finally returned. I owe you a debt of gratitude, for you have nearly released me. My name is Sirius. I trust that from your explorations you've become convinced that my wicked brother Agamar is guilty, and I am innocent. It is I who am wrongly imprisoned here. Imprisoned by my father. I don't know who you are, or how you came to this island, but I assume you must at least know something of the books. It was father who was a master of the books. He wrote
Each page makes them clearer.
Linking to the fantastic places and ages which he had discovered. The room in which you now stand was our father's library. It was here in this room, on this island,
because you're slowly releasing them.
he housed most of these books. But such a waste. By now, you have surely discovered that Achenar has burnt and mutilated most of these books. Why? Our father was always watchful of our exploration. We grew up under his strict supervision. But when we came of age, he gave us unbridled access to the Myst books. He began to leave our adventures more and more unchanged. improvised as we were, my brother began to become disturbed. He began to take more from the Myst Ages than he had given. Soon he gained a twisted pleasure from the conquest and destruction of the other ages. It was horrific, this thirst for destruction. But alas, even I discovered his insanity too late. He had completely destroyed all of the Myst Ages but 4. I wasted no time. In warning my father, I thought he would recognize Aknar's guilt. But in a fit of rage, he imprisoned both my brother and myself within the pages of these books, designed to hold us until he could judge which of us was guilty. To discover the truth, our father embarked on one final journey. However, he has never returned. I can only assume that he perished along the way, leaving me, an innocent victim, entrapped forever. But now, you are here to release me. Listen carefully. You must find one more page and I will be forever free. There is a book on the shelves. This library, which is mostly burned but has a few pages still intact. It is the last book on the middle shelf. Find it. This book is filled with a variety of patterns. Find pattern 158 and recreate it on the door of the fireplace. This will bring you to the last red page. Bring that page to me, and I will finally be released, and able to reward you, of course. Ignore the blue page. That page finishes my brother's book. It chills me to even think what would happen if you were to release him. There is another warning. Where the red and blue pages reside, also resides a green book. If you touch the green book, you also will be imprisoned forever. Our father gave us this same warning long ago. I suggest you follow his advice. Go now. Soon we will meet face to face.
Okay. So it was the last book on the shelf, and page 158. They had to make sure that you weren't going to just randomly try out the different patterns. See, what's kind of funny is you could technically finish this game in like a minute, because you could just go to this page and get the final pages and it automatically will go to the thing. Just kind of a little piece of knowledge with it. Okay, so now I screenshotted the thing. And we will go. I don't think people really worry about speedrunning this game because, like I said, yeah. Okay. I want to say... I think it's the black is going to be this. Might be doing opposite the pattern. Well, like I said, the speedrun of the game would just essentially know which page to go to. And, but I guess you could do speedrunning with getting the different, you have to get the achievements too. But again, I don't feel like this would ever be a game that would be on a speedrun list. Okay. Oh, just in case. I'm going to go ahead and save. Okay. I almost did as just a humor thing. Went to the very end. Okay, so you guys still voting for me to grab the blue page first? That's what everybody's in agreement to? Okay. Blue boy. Okay. So you do not want me to click the green book at this time. You guys aren't curious what the green book has. Okay. Okay. We'll do the blue then. Okay. Well, I was trying to have you guys get what you wanted your true ending to be, but
Oh, yes. I'm free. Oh, I feel alive. And how do you feel, my friend? Oh, and what have we here? Perhaps the pages you worked so hard for? Whoops. Oh, yes. Oh. Perhaps you're seeing the world from my point of view. Yes. Oh. Shitters. There's my brother. Oh, yes. Oh. Maybe someone will rescue you someday. You lose.
maybe someone will rescue you someday, Aknar. You guys just wanted chaos to reign. I think that's all it is. I think it'll bring me back to the page. I can load right where I saved it. Well, I mean, at least it lets you save like right before you do it, so you don't have to redo anything really. So, yeah. I think I have to actually hit escape to get out. Go. Okay, so we going with red page? Ah, it's gonna make me do it again. Okay, whatever. Oh, I'm missing one. Ah, apparently I was missing more than one. Okay. There. Oh, this is supposed to be here. That's why. Okay, so we're going with red page next. Let's see what Sirius does to us.
Oh, yes! Yes, I'm free! Oh, thank you, my friend. My dear friend. You've done the right thing. You stupid fool! It looks like perhaps you're in the book now.
The audio's off on this one.
And what have we here?
I mean, kind of.
Oh no.
He laughed at locking you in. Yeah, this guy's, yeah. He's very arrogant.
I hope you enjoy your new home as much as I enjoyed it. I can't see you. You're getting less clear. I hope you're in the books. The library looks much the same as I left. Oh, I can know. Goodbye.
I hope you enjoy your new home as much as I enjoyed it. Serious. Okay, well, it's going through to the black screen. I'll go get water that Mage is telling me to drink. I mean, I don't see why you couldn't, because, yeah. No, they didn't kill you. They trapped you in the same book they were trapped in. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if time moves in the books that you're trapped in either. So you could be trapped there forever. I mean, I don't know if you're going to want to be let out in the world that they were in, though. Like, you got the crazy guy and you got the arrogant guy. Okay. And to the fireplace again. I know. I am leaving it there for a reason. It will eventually come down, I promise. Unless it's in the way. Is it in the way where you guys can't see something because of it? Because then I'll move it, if that's the case. Because I don't want it to interrupt the view. Yeah, I'll take it down. I'll delete it completely because there's no reason to keep the image to show up on future streams. So I'll delete it completely when we're done. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so if it will let me turn, what's it doing? Oh, what did I do? Why is it doing this? I think I just glitched myself. Oopsies. Sometimes that's the issue with the free roam. Like sometimes you can actually click into an area that you're not supposed to be in. You might have to actually reload and redo that because I think I accidentally clicked in where I shouldn't. Like that. Well, isn't this lovely? Yeah, it did that with the boat once too. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and reload that. I don't think we are either. Well, the boat, I ended up like in the water. Like I had to put on classic, like when I reloaded the game, I had to put on the classic Myst because, yeah, I was under the pier. I mean, I guess that's one of the hazards of making a old game that's supposed to be just point and click to limited areas, a free roam game. Okay. So, Green Book.
Who the devil are you? Don't come here to Dunny, not yet. Oh, I have many questions for you, my friend, as you no doubt have for me. Where should I begin? Perhaps my story is in order. My name is Atris. I feel you've met my son, Cirrus and Achenar, in the red and blue books on Myst Island in my library. My library, it contains my works, my writings. Oh, I wrote many books that linked me to fantastic places. It's an art I learned from my father many years ago. Oh, but the red and blue books, those were different. I wrote those books to entrap over greedy explorers who might stumble upon my island of Myst. But I had no idea my own sons would be entrapped. My sons, Cirrus and Achenar. We had many journeys together. I gave them free rein to the books. Perhaps it was not wise. I could see the greed growing in them. I had not told them about the red and blue books. Their imaginations went wild. They dreamed of riches and power. Of course, they did not know the books would course, denied them. Oh, they devised a plan. An evil plan. I had no idea to what extent their greed had progressed. Their own mother. Oh, my own dear Catherine. They used her to lure me here to Dunny. Of course, I could return to Myst, except they removed a single page from my Myst linking book. I cannot return without that page. You, my friend, can bring that page to me. Oh, I pray you believe my story above the lies that my sons have told you. If you could find it in yourself to return that page to me here in Dunny, I could go to Myst and bring justice to my sons for what they've done. I must return to my writing. I pray that you believe me. Please hurry. Bring the page. Bring the page with you.
Okay. And that is his whole story. So from what do you guys want me to do? Do you want me to click the page? Should we go see if we can find the page that he is talking about? We had to bring the page to him. So the question is, do I try and go there in person right now and click on him right now? Or do we go look for that page? Okay. I guess I could probably follow what he says. Okay. Okay. We'll follow what he says then. You're more disappointed in the insane guy because you wanted him to actually be good? So, do you guys want one do you want to do your save the best ending for last? Is that what you guys were trying to go for? Okay, so then we got one more ending to go to before we find that page. This is the ending that I took to start with. Um, I didn't find the page first. I did this.
My name is Atris.
My first playthrough. Which is another bad ending. Exactly.
Ah, my friend. You've returned. We meet face to face. And the page. Did you bring the page? You didn't bring the page.
Yeah.
You didn't bring the page. What kind of fool are you? Did you not take my warning seriously? Welcome to Dunny. You and I will live here forever.
You missed the third bad ending? Welcome to Dunny. You and I will live here forever. No, there is one more ending. Yes. And if did you miss what he said when he came in? Okay. So yeah. So then when you escape out, you actually get where you can pretty much you're just here. Okay. So this is where the note comes in. Hi, Dottie. You're kind of just in time to see the good ending. Of course, you already know the ending to this game, so I guess it didn't matter that much. Because I'd already turned on all of the switches to the on position. Yes, we saw the 3 bad endings. Yes, we are about to get the good ending. They picked what they knew were going to be the bad endings. They opted, since we were going to see all, they didn't want to do the best ending, the one they thought was going to be the best. One more time to the fireplace. See if I can remember it. Nope, I can't remember it. Let's see. Close it, close it. Oh, silly me. Yeah, I think so. They picked as the first bad ending they wanted to try, they wanted to put the book for the blue guy. They wanted chaos to reign.
Who the devil are you? Don't come here to Dunny, not yet. Oh, I have many questions for you, my friend, as you no doubt have for me. Where should I begin? Perhaps my story is in order. My name is Atris. I feel you've met my sons, Cirrus and Achenar, in the red and blue books on Myst Island in my library. My library contains my works, my writings. Oh, I wrote many books that linked me to fantastic places. It's an art I learned from my father many years ago. Oh, but the red and blue books, those were different. I wrote those books to entrap over greedy explorers who might stumble upon my island of Myst. But I had no idea my own sons would be entrapped. My sons. Cirrus and Achenar. We had many journeys together. I gave them free rein to the books. Perhaps it was not wise. I could see the greed growing in them. I had not told them about the red and blue books. Their imaginations went wild. They dreamed of riches and power. Of course, they did not know the books were traps. They begged me for access to those books, and I, of course, denied them. Oh, they devised a plan. An evil plan. I had no idea to what extent their greed had progressed. Their own mother. Oh, my own dear Catherine. used her to lure me here to Dunny. Of course, I could return to Myst, except they removed a single page from my Myst linking book. I cannot return without that page. You, my friend, can bring that page to me. Oh, I pray you believe my story above the lies that my sons have told you. If you could find it in yourself to return that page to me here in Dunny, I could go to Myst and bring justice to my sons for what they've done. I must return to my writing. I pray that you believe me. Please hurry. Bring the page. Bring the page with you.
That you brought the page right away? See, I feel like my first playthrough, I didn't find the notes. So I went without the page because I didn't know where to find the page. Oh, okay.
Ah, my friend. You've returned. And the page. Did you bring the page? Ah. Give it to me. Give me the page. Please, give me the page. Page, my friend. Page. You've done the right thing. I have a difficult choice to make.
Yes. That was the one I was doing when you came back. When you joined the stream. We just finished.
My sons have betrayed me. I know what I must do. I shall return shortly. It is done. Oh, I have many questions for you, my friend, but my writing cannot wait. I fear that my long delay may have already had a catastrophic impact on the world in which my wife Catherine is being held hostage. Oh, reward. I'm sorry, but all I have to offer you is the library on the island of Myst. The books that are contained there. Feel free to explore at your leisure. I hope your explorations are satisfying. You will no longer have my sons to deal with. Oh, and one more favor. I'm fighting a foe much greater than my sons could ever have imagined. At some point in the future, I may find it necessary to request your assistance. Till that point, you're free to enjoy the exploration from my library on Myst. And thank you again. Oh, the book. You can use the Myst linking book to return to Myst.
Feel free to enjoy the explorations for my library and Myst. Thank you again. So, how much did you actually miss? Um, so when you went to go to the last books, the last page, you click on you click on the green book and he tells his story. Well, I will have the VOD up too. But he tells his story. And so if you click on the book without having his final page, you get stuck here with him. But because we went and got the page this time, you can actually go back to the library. And that's pretty much the game. I mean, there isn't really an end to the game. I like you can just explore and find other pieces. Except for now that we've returned back, you can see what has happened to the books. Except for there's another. I don't remember. I think this might be something with the other thing. Because I don't think that was there before. The fact that that's on the. Interesting. I don't remember there being a book on the floor before. Oh, yes, that's right. There was a prologue afterward. Floor. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, you guys don't eat books just because they're on the floor, please. Okay, so I guess story time. One more. Rime, I have named it. A desolate age with a beauty that is quite different than I expected or imagined. The intricate feathers of ice that fall from the sky are awe-inspiring. I feel as though I could sit and watch them for hours. And though it is cold here, like I have never experienced before, I find myself enjoying the change of temperature, for it is unlike any other place that I have ever seen. Perhaps the oddest thing is the silence. Although the wind blows on occasion, when it ceases, there is a suffocating silence that falls on this place, broken only by the distant cries of unseen creatures. I mean, I I would prefer you guys not. Okay. And hi, Brad. I have visited 3 times and am sure now that this age will provide the environment I need. I believe the cold temperature is necessary for obtaining the correct renaissance. Examining the structure of the books is ever more perplexing, but I am driven onward by my need to understand. The great tree of possibilities can never be fully grasped, but I at least must try to find one particular branch. On the subject of enlightenment, I would also like to find the cause of the mysterious lights that shine in the darkness here. Though I never assumed that I would be able to build especially fast here, the speed at which I am progressing is somewhat disappointing. I do think I will bring Sirius and Akinar as well as some of the machinery from Salentic. Akinar chose to stay with Catherine, but Sirius was rather excited to come. He has spent the last few days here with me, helping me with the beginning phases of construction. He, too, seems to enjoy the ice and cold weather. He is intrigued with the crystals that we have brought with us. He has been a big help, as have others, and I hope to be able to begin my experiments here soon. Tonight, Sirius and I found a wondrous spot to view the lights, although it seems they decided to hide from us. After sitting in the cold winds for over 2 hours, we saw nothing. It was rather disappointing. Sirius will return to Myst tomorrow. He has been a tremendous aid to me, and I am thankful for his willingness to help. The hard part of the construction is over, although I have decided after tonight that I would like to add some kind of observation post. I won't be finishing as soon as I had hoped, although I'm fairly certain it will be worth the delay in the long run. I have decided to take a break from the construction now that the tunnel is almost complete, and I have been able to set up a temporary space where the crystals will not be stimulated. I am quite convinced that with the right fraction of resonance, certain properties of the ink can be simulated. Catherine still finds it absurd and thinks I'm crazy to assume I will be able to view ages with stones, but her unusual pessimism has not convinced me to stop trying. I came too close to success on Everdunes. I am fairly certain now that the temperature does indeed have an effect on the crystals, but I have realized that temperature alone is not enough. The cold dampens some of the sympathetic harmonies, but a more active suppressor is necessary. I have acquired some geodes with a pure protected crystalline interior. Thin slices of geodes below each crystal provided a stabilizing effect, and even amplified the clean frequency slightly. After quite a bit of experimentation with the shapes and colors, I was able to capture a blurry image within a book through the link, though the link would never work. There was clearly an age on the other side. I can hardly wait to return and tell Catherine. I feel like I should finish the shaft to my observation post while I have the machinery here, perhaps tomorrow morning. The lights were beautiful again last night. They had not shown themselves for so long that I had almost forgotten their beauty. I still must find the cause. I am feeling rather overwhelmed with what remains to be done. The crystals have not been perfected. The shaft is not finished, nor is the observation post, or even the lab. I have not seen Catherine for some time, and I long to spend more time with Agner and Sirius. Besides all of that, there are far away in the back of my mind the thoughts of my people and our lost city. I dreamt again of them last night. I have only seen the city in its worst condition, and still its beauty overwhelmed me. Even now, as I visualize how majestic it must have been before the destruction caused by Biosvis and Garrus, it amazes and saddens me. I am fairly certain that Denny is not as dead as my father believed. I am convinced that there must be some who managed to escape the destruction and even now continue to survive in separate ages. Within me is an urging to take the chance and return to Denny to find these survivors and properly rebuild our city. However, I can do nothing until I am certain of the fate of my father. If my plan failed, if I missed a single book when attempting to trap him on a ribbon, then he has been free all along. If that is true, then all that stands between him and the ages I have now written is the link from... Oh, Dot, come on. Is the link from Denny to Myst. As much as I wish to return to Denny, without knowing the state of my father, I cannot risk reestablishing that link. I must observe my father without reestablishing that link. It has taken several years, and there have been many dead ends, but I have partially succeeded. Now that I have managed to view another age using the crystals, it's only a matter of time until I view Riven. At least I hope. Catherine will have her ideas about all of these things, and I miss her greatly. I will return to Rime later when my mind has cleared. I don't remember if you actually do. Well, so the books bring you back like really easily. So he's been back and forth between, but he's like each of the times that it had. I shouldn't talk while I'm doing the tower rotation. each of the times that it had the pause in it, like where it did the dot 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 or the pause in the paragraph, that was him leaving and returning. So he wasn't gone the whole time, but yes, he was away from his family because his wife Catherine didn't really go to the ages very much. So she usually stayed at the island, back at the island, when him and his sons were off going to the different ages. We've done that one. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like Ryan doesn't actually, I think this is just a teaser. I don't think there's actually anything you do with this information, but I don't remember. Unless, unless. No. I feel like there was something with this.
Catherine, my love, I have to leave quickly. Something terrible has happened. It's hard for me.
See, this was his original
My
message.
books have been destroyed. Catherine is one of our sons. I suspect Agonal, but I shouldn't leap to conclusions. I'll find him and Cirrus as well. Oh, I should have known better than to have left my library unchecked for so long. Well, I've removed the remaining undamaged books from the library and placed them in their places of protection. You shouldn't have to use the books until I return, but if you've forgotten the access keys, remember the tower rotation. Oh, and don't worry, Catherine. Everything will be fine. I'll see you shortly. Oh, and erase this message after you've viewed it, just to be safe.
Actually, I want to go back. I want to do 40. Okay. And then I remembered it. Okay. Here. I just don't remember what to do from here. The picture doesn't really tell you. Interesting. Oh, but there's only 2. Okay. And then it showed the spaceship. I don't think this is gonna do it. No, this is the same one we did before. I think. Yeah, this is the same one we did before, so I don't want to do that one. Ah, that's underneath. That's what it is. I'm pretty sure the last numbers are how to get into that very last world. I actually forgot there was an after. So like we couldn't get in here before. So the last book, the last page of the book showed that machine, and it showed like a view of the topography, and then it showed to hit the button in the back. So that's what I did. So yeah. And now, and here's where those numbers came in. It was 2, 7, 3, 5. Okay, I don't know what that did though. Except for maybe it put in the spaceship. No, I think this is the same book. It's the same book as before. Okay. Oh, maybe in the library? Possibly. Oops. Yep, there it is. Our after ending book. But I'm pretty sure this just gives a little bit more story to it. And kind of more of an introduction to the next. I already read the bedtime story. What do you mean? A bedtime? I don't think so. I could be wrong. I think this is my exit book. I mean, it's gonna have... Yeah, see, like, that's my exit book. I'll put this here. We'll see. Maybe there is. I don't actually remember too much about this island. I actually completely forgot about it until I saw that book. I'm keeping it blue. I probably should just put it regular, but I'm sure I'm gonna have to come back to it. Oh, you're right. There was another story. Oh, that's funny. Okay, nothing in the drawer. Okay. Before spending any more time with my experiments, I have decided I must finish construction. I have brought both Sirius and Acnar to this time. The shaft is almost finished as the observation post. Both boys prefer it inside where it's warm, protected from the cold. Acnar sits in the observation post for hours, and Sirius is consumed with the crystals and the glimpses of ages that we are able to see. Neither of them shows any real desire to leave. I cannot remember the last time my son spent so much time with me in an age. Okay, whatever. After much experimenting with the shapes of the crystals, we were able to get a nearly perfect view of an age inside of the book. Sears wanted to link immediately, not understanding the link was only visual. Without the ink, the crystals do not bind into a particular age. Because of this, the crystals have an interesting side effect. It is possible to change the crystals and watch the age change, while in reality we are seeing a vast number of distinct, though similar, ages displaying the current age defined by the crystals. It appears as though we are changing the original age. Next are the lights. My sons seem much more interested in the lights of the night sky now. Their only interest in the crystal seems to be whether or not we can view Channelwood or Stoneship, two ages I have not seen in a long while. It is possible to view the ages, although the time it would take to find the correct combination would be prohibitive. I do not consider my task with the crystals complete, but I would rather keep Sirius and Acnar excited and here, so we will move on to the lights. I think it better to keep Riven from them, and so it is just as well that we move on to something else. I will view that place later. The lights are curious. Although I originally thought the effect to be an organic one, I now believe it to be electromagnetic in origin. I think the effect could be triggered somehow. It's something that we'll have to try, and if Sirius and Agnar have their way, it will be soon. I have never seen any of them so interested in my experiments. And I do not want to dampen their enthusiasm. It seems they have forgotten about the crystals now. I'm not sure either of my sons was expecting the amount of work it would take. It has turned out to be a challenge working above the cold waters where the wind cuts through clothing and skin like a sharp knife. Still, even amidst the dark cold, they are driven to complete the task. It is a side of them that I have not seen before. Another hard day, but we have erected the first of 3 towers. I am too tired to write tonight. It has been a week. The second and third towers are up. We only need to connect the power. I'm exhausted, as are Sirius and Aknar. However, they have no intention of quitting, and that drives me. The towers are finished, and as is the power to each of them. Power will be conducted directly through the saline sea, alleviating the need for stringing wires and enabling us to locate the towers a comfortable distance away. Most of the remaining work can be accomplished inside, for which I am grateful. I am tired of the cold. I look forward to the warm beaches of Myst Island. Perhaps we all deserve a break. We only spent a day with Catherine before returning. We are here only for a minute before we again begin to experiment with the towers and the electromagnetic discharges. We were able to create an arc for the first time between 2 towers. Its reflection in the cold waters was magnificent. We are close now. Tomorrow, after adjusting the voltage, we will know just how close. The beauty is awe-inspiring. At our command, multicolored waves of light dance across the dark sky. Brilliant, bright flashes of white lightning that make the display even more amazing precede them. The boys are convinced they will be able to bring their mother here, and though she usually refuses to use the books, I am becoming convinced that she will come, or at least, I hope. As for me, I must return to Myst or some other warm place. There is more to be accomplished here, but I long for the sun and will spend some time under its glow before returning. Catherine had to come after I told her of my intention to use the crystals to view Ribbon. She is not consumed with the setup of the geodes and the crystals and encourages me daily. She is not consumed with the setup of the geodes and the crystals and encourages me daily as I try to uncover the combination that will allow me a view of that age. Sirius and Agnar did not come this time. I must return to Everdunes. I believe that a few of the crystals I left in Everdunes may help me here. Catherine has returned home for now, but she will meet me on Myst Island in 3 days. I think I will be ready by then. Okay, let's see. It is real. The work of all your hands, the touch of my dreams. I've left my dream for you. I'm only yours, Catherine. Well, it's showing I can actually take down the, now that I think about it. H2, you delete it. And H3, yes. There we go. I realize you guys don't need the thing up there anymore. We already figured that part out. I am sorry. I clicked to click into something else, and I can't help it that the game decides to mute itself when it's not tabbed in. Yeah. So there. I must be just completing the crimes then, because, yeah. Then it'll let me do red. Because Dottie likes to say that. Oh my god, and this is so loud now. Okay. I just don't remember how to change the colors. I'm pretty sure the colors matter. No, that one's not correct. Just don't remember how to change the color of it. Do you remember how to change the color of them? Oh, there we go. I have to hold it. Okay. I figured it out. That stays yellow and this one's purple. Let's try it. And a sneak preview of the next game. I think that's all this book was, is it was a sneak, like a sneak preview into the next. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't, I swear. I think it's pretty much done. I might save the rest of this for, because I don't think there's actually anything to this part of the game. I think it's just pretty much exploring around some more. I could be wrong, but I don't believe. I think it's just to give you, I think it's just to give you a taste of the next game. Like, I feel like this part was added after the original game. But I don't think there's anything else to it besides just playing with the lights. I'm just making sure that there's nothing else. Okay, yeah, that was it. That was all she wrote. Except for there was one thing that I didn't do. That's pretty. So we'll do it. But yeah, this land is really just pretty. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's pretties. So go up. Okay, so yeah, that's the game. Yeah, it probably was I didn't remember much about this island because, or this age, it was because, yeah, there's really nothing else to it besides it's just to give you a little bit of a teaser into the new. This wasn't part of the original game, this island. I actually looked it up. It's only available in this version. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna leave it at. This color. Okay.